What can we say, guys? It seems like a broken record, doesn't it? United won, Everton won. More points dropped at Old Trafford. A consistency of underperforming. A consistency of not performing well enough against average teams. I mean it, no disrespect, again, like I said last week against Aston Villa, but this is Everton without Richarlison, without Calvert-Lewin. And when you balance the chances up in the second half there, Everton should have won the game. I just can't believe it. I mean, start from the team selection. We've just got to break it down, go straight to the point here right now. Yeah, if you want to look at Fred's performance today and go, Fred was decent today for Fred, then that's good for you. McTominay today, part of the McFred combination, was horrific. Absolutely atrocious today. If you want to look at them individually, that's fine, but the bigger picture and what I'm trying to get across is, and what I see here with this United team is, that midfield does not give us a chance in creating chances. That midfield doesn't suit the players we've got. Do you know what I mean? The retention of the ball, not there. The passing, the clinical passing, the strength in midfield, it is not there. And as long as Fred and McTominay stay in this team and Ollie persists with them, we're going to get results like this. We're going to get top 4 United at best. That's what these players are. They're nothing more than that. And unfortunately, with Ollie in charge, we're going to keep seeing it. He's already told us his plan. He's already told us the way he's going forward. He's already told us that this is our midfield and he's happy with it. Traits like passion, reliability, trust. Well, can you trust this midfield to help the defence out? It's 10 games this season, we've had 1 clean sheet. So clearly it's not helping the defence. You look at the performances, we just had 4 games in a row at Old Trafford, yeah? And how many goals have we scored? What was it, 3? 2 in midweek, 1 today, 2 goalless performances before that. We're struggling to break teams down. We haven't got enough to break teams down. This is simply not good enough for Manchester United. In that space of 4 home games, we've lost 2 trophies. Out the Carabao Cup and completely out of the race for the title. I said it last week, we weren't going to fight for the title now. The performance against Villa confirmed it. And today has just topped it off. First half, we deserved to be going in 1-0 up. I thought it was all right, I thought we were solid. And funny enough, I wasn't too concerned with the team selection in terms of the forwards. Martial on the left, where he belongs, did absolutely nothing for us apart from scored a goal. But he scored the goal. Simple as that. And you know what? Some of them players in the first half were playing as a team because the big guns weren't there. The Pogbas, Ronaldos weren't there. We were playing more as a team. First time I've seen Wan-Bissaka have a great performance. First half he was excellent. He faded in the seconds. Same with Greenwood again. And then the whole conversation about 2 halves United comes in again. A game of 2 halves. 1 half is all right. Second half, very, very poor. And you know what? Individually, some performances were better there today. It's good to see Jadon Sancho come on and look hungry. And he looked really good when he came on. There are positives there. But the big issue is always going to remain, and that's Ollie and his team selection. It's Ollie and his plan. Scott McTominay today, liability, like I said. But he stays on. When I thought Fred was having one of his better games, let's say. Simple again, isn't it? United beat United. And our corner, Fred gets, well, let's start with Bruno. Bruno hits a poor corner in, can happen. Ball gets cleared. Fred gets 2 opportunities to clear the ball, fails both times. Another trait of Fred's that isn't good enough for this team, it's his strength. He had a chance, he got a connection on the ball, he tried to do more with it than what he should. He should have just cleared it out of play, and we should have just restarted again. And Everton took advantage of that one situation. I think they had 2 shots the whole game on target, and we end up dropping 2 more points. We're just not clinical enough going forward, and we're not giving ourselves enough breathing room in the games. Every single game that we play now is, which way is it going? It's on edge constantly for 90 minutes. How can we not go out in that second half and put Everton to bed? We just seem too comfortable, and this team is never comfortable. It's like the second half, we thought we could just walk through that second half and get the 3 points. Ollie makes changes early doors. I thought, oh, hang on, here we go. We're getting a bit of a change here. We're getting what we want to see. But the same mistakes happen again. And then when that goal went in, that was the most disappointing part. The anxiety started in the crowd, and the players started to feel the pressure. They really did start to feel the pressure. And mistakes were being made. We were trying to force it more. We weren't as compact, we weren't as together, and the passing just disappeared. It's as simple as that. There's people out here talking, and this, again, the crowd, the atmosphere here is sour again walking out. There's no last minute winner tonight with Ronaldo bailing us out. It's week in, week out, it's the same. Against West Ham, it was in the balance in the league a few weeks ago. Lingard, last minute. De Gea, last minute heroics. Ronaldo, last minute heroics. We didn't get that today. We're not going to get that every week. And we keep saying that isn't going to happen every single week. It can't be sustained. A result like Wednesday night isn't going to win you all the way through the season. A result like Wednesday night is just come from a last minute winner, a bit of brilliance, individual brilliance to get you out of jail. It's not sustainable through a whole season. And today, last week, that's what you get. And over a whole season, that will end up costing you. And like I said, it's the imbalance in our team has cost us 2 trophies in the last 4 home games. It's a harsh reality, but it's the truth. If you don't want to listen to the truth, then that's your fault. But that's all I'm saying, and that is what it is right now. I'm sat there with all the fans there today. Every game this season, it's the same thing. There's the hope that something is going. There's a hope that something is going to change. There's a hope that we are going to see something different. But as you get through each game, it's the same old, same old. There's no desire in the end. No one wants to take a risk. Every player is playing under pressure. No one wants to make that mistake that the fans are going to crucify them for. And unless we start taking chances, unless we start playing to our strengths, unless we start changing that midfield, then we're going to get results like this every single week. Now look where we are. In 4th, with a few teams now that can take us over. We haven't played anyone yet. Ultimately, Ollie's going to be judged on this season now when we start playing these big games. We got Leicester, we got Liverpool, we got Spurs, all coming up now. And Spurs isn't even a big game anymore on paper, but let's be honest, who is confident going to Spurs? Who is confident going to Leicester now? Because under Nuno, I know that they're going to be a low block and hard to beat like Everton were today. I mean, Leicester, Brendan Rodgers, he did us twice last season. It's a hard game. We haven't left ourselves any buffer here going into these difficult games. We haven't given ourselves any sort of space. It's now a pressure cooker situation every single game we play now. And this is, you've got to ask yourself the question at the end of the day. We buckled today under pressure. Aston Villa last week, we couldn't handle it. We got away with it against Villarreal. Are you confident that this team and this manager and this coaching staff are going to be able to handle the pressure of them games coming up against real tacticians, attacking managers? He needs to turn it around in the big games. That's his only saviour right now. I'm not confident he's going to do it. We go into every game wondering what's going to happen today. How are we going to score? Never mind, are we going to win? How are we going to score? That's the question. And no one in that stadium can say they are confident in doing it. I mean, we're going to do a player ratings later on today, so stay tuned for that and do watch that video later. We'll go into the individual performances. What I want to just get out there today is the fact that you wanted Ollie to learn from last season. You wanted him to realise his mistakes. The same mistakes are there. The same results are coming week in, week out. Again, Old Trafford is not feared anymore. We have got absolute world beaters in this team. Absolute world beaters in this team. And we can't make it work. Something is fundamentally wrong behind the scenes. Whereas if you think Fred and McTominay are the way forward in that midfield, you're going to get games like this. It's simple. Accept it. I think a lot of fans now are coming here and accepting that that is the case now. Ollie's staying. He's here till at least the end of the season. And until he realises his mistakes, then we're just going to have to ride it out. It's as simple as that. It's really disappointed. And again, pressure cooker situation, United fail. It is simply not good enough for this football club. The money that's been spent, the players that we've got, and I don't know what else there is. I don't know how he fixes it unless he changes things up and starts taking risks. That's all there is. I mean, it's the same old. We can't keep saying the same thing every week, but the same result comes every single week. It's poor. We don't look like scoring anymore. The defence isn't keeping clean sheets. 1 in 10, not good enough. And you know what? How long will it last before some of them bigger players start getting a bit dejected as well? is a lot of work to do, and we just seem to be falling further and further behind. We don't seem to be getting any better at all, and it is insanely disappointing. Each week I drive here, drive away, hoping, praying that something is going to change, that the penny is going to drop with him, but it's just not. It's not dropping, and it's not. I don't think it will. I don't think it ever will. He's just blinded by his own stubbornness sometimes, Ole, and he's just going to end up running us into the ground. It really is a sad thing to say. All these fans here now will admit they're stuck in between emotion and reality. Reality's taking over, guys. Reality's taking over. Results and people turning up week in, week out, watching the same old crap, basically. It's going to end up paying in the end, and there's nothing much more that we can do except hope. That's it. We'll get there every week, get behind the team. We've seen the same old thing. They can't handle the pressure, and I think we're playing scared. The tactics are not good enough. The team are under so much pressure they can't handle it, and it's just going to roll results like this out every single week if it carries on. Guys, there's not much more I can say. I'm flat again. What's new? Old Trafford every week at the moment. That's what it's like. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Get your comments in below. I'm guessing you're all going to be as flat as I am. Did you take anything from that game at all? Like, share and subscribe as always, guys. Cheers.